Well, good morning. Here we are, as promised, about 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. It's a little late. I'm sorry. The Roblox Hits show wants that toy so bad. Man, I know we gotta get more toys made. The Roblox Hits show says it's 2 a.m. Where you at, Robe? Where you at? Juanito says hola. Magma Urchin says hello. Roblox is in Malaysia. Now, is that exotic for an American boy to have somebody in Malaysia talking to him like through the space waves like this about a cat vibe? I think we're winning this thing. All of us, all of yous. Jamie Taylor. I saw James Taylor perform live in Tokyo one time. I called in sick. I was teaching English in Tokyo as a side job. And I called in sick because I had this day to go to the James Taylor concert. And so they figured I was sick. And then when I went to the concert, the teacher, the professor from the university that I called and said I was sick was at the show. He was there as, a spectator, and he seen me. He just smiled. He's a nice guy. I think I treated him pretty bad. Abe Sensei. He was cool. He was really cool. Instead of pissed off, he would say pissed up, because his English was just so-so. So he'd say, I'm not the pissed up. It's good, isn't it? Yeah. I do have a clip for us for today. Yesterday was really good. It had a really good vibe. Well, one thing I did yesterday was somebody on this stream suggested that it's called the Keyboard Cat Vibe. So I changed my little sign on my desk here to say the Keyboard Cat Vibe Show, because it's not really the Keyboard Cat Show, it's the Vibe Show, the Keyboard Cat kind of a vibe show. And people liked it. So one of the things I did was I went around the office and other things around here, and I just described like a little tour of all the junk on my walls and stuff sitting around. So I'm going to do that just a little bit before we get to the clip. All right, there is a picture of me, my wife, my niece Jessica, and my kid Sid, and Hollywood at the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. And I performed on that show that night and other times. And it was great. It was great. Now, I have another. I took it down to take. Yeah, I'm a busy guy, so stuff is moving around. Let's see. There's some Japanese snacks of some sort. They're way too old to eat, and there is Fatso. You can read it there at the top. Fatso, name, health record of Fatso the cat. That was her health record. For those who don't believe that Fatso was my cat. And here I am in Japan, in front of a shrine in Kyoto, I think it was. Yeah, something like that there. And here's a drawing of me that some kids did. Some of my favorite kids, the Hunt kids. They did that drawing of me, and they put, thanks, Charlie, and gave me a bag of coffee because I did something for them, but I don't know what. And, of course, you've seen this before. That's me, my dad, and my grandma. And I love Fatso, says Magma. Michelle, rest in peace. Michelle, he died the same year the meme was made. Yes. Oh, you guys, you're making my day. Here is a print I did of kind of a greaser in a black leather jacket, pompadour hairdo, and it says, walking something. I think it says walking, another word for poo poo. I made that. That's a not a copper plate, but some other kind of plate print from a printmaking class. And there's the German version of the Dime candy bar, which is commercials I did for Dime Candy, shot in London, and you can see them on my channel and website and junk. There's what I looked like in 1974 at the TV station. And there's my mom at her 95th birthday. Well, that's an older picture of her I put together in Photoshop for this extravaganza we put on for her birthday. Boy, it was cool. It was great. And there's my dad, my niece, Kathy, and my mom, Irene, giving us the stink eye. And we're in church at St. Anne's Church, and I'm looking down the pew there at my family. They're being themselves. That is for sure. There's some more Japanese snacks. They're really old, but I'll bet you could eat them. If you were hungry enough, you would. And there's Ben's release of his 45 by The Lashes. And he's my manager. He's the lead guy in the band Lashes. If you want to have a good look at him, go to Google Lashes, 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 sometimes the sun, and then the word Vivo. Lashes, sometimes the sun, Vivo. Here is a certificate from my master Tai Wu Che, who now lives in Seoul, Korea. And this is a certificate from him. Joseph D. Che, it says in here, but his name really was Tai Wu. And for Taekwondo, and that's was my second degree, and that's as far as I got. I got out about halfway or so to third degree, maybe even less. But I started, and it was getting kind of rough. Yeah, it was getting rough. And here is Rodney Dangerfield, when he died at 82. That's the age my dad was at. Look at him. What a guy. What a guy. And there's the father-in-law, Roy Holden, who fought in World War II in Europe. And that's a ashtray made out of like a mortar shell or something, a German mortar shell, I think. Look at him. He's trying to look mean. It's cool. So what else? All right, let's move kind of on. Here's some artwork that kids make. There's one of my favorites. My kid made this years ago. Can you read it? Everything's misspelled. It says, take, T-A-C-K, down, D-O-N, take down my pants and kick my butt. And she stuck it on my back. Yeah, smarty. And this was Keyboard Cat's dressing room door sign in Hollywood for the wonderful Pistachio shoot. What's down here? Oh, gosh. Austin Burroughs, the crazy man. He's my niece's son, and he lives in New Jersey. Well, I think Brooklyn right now. Anyway, he's quite a guy. And there is my United States Patent and Trademark Office for certificate for keyboard cat trademark. And yeah, look at that there. Here's some pictures of my hot rod before I put the big carburation on top. That means the hood had to be gone because it sticks up so far. Oh, look at him. He's sleeping up there. Coo-doo, coo-doo, coo-doo. Well, let's look at the video. Look at that. 26 likes. I'm liking it. Remember, like, subscribe, share, and notify yourself. And when you subscribe, notify yourself so you get reminded when we're going to be doing another tour. I'm going to do a painting or a drawing or something, at least scan these pictures. This is my dad, and he's wearing a hat that said, "I know Jack," and I'm going to leave the rest up to you. And then here's the kind of trucks he drove when I was a kid. Big old meaner and crap Kenworths. Kenworths are the Harley Davidson of the truck world, right? And so those two pictures together is pretty good. So I'm going to do something with those. I have them sitting here on my desk with my reminder book that reminds me of this, and I think about it every day. You read this and Google YouTube videos and listen to them while you're falling asleep. It's like, the truth about UFOs and stuff, and they're really long. It tells about experiences you don't hear about that really happened, and it kind of open up your mind. It's not just like the one or two you hear about every 5 years. These things are going on every day and have been forever. This could be an alien you're looking at right here. It could be. I'm not sure. We have to remember that you don't know what you can't know. And I'm not trying to be funny. Okay, here's going to be today's clip. And here's today's clip. And I'm not sure what's going on. It's a TV show that I was on in Los Angeles, and I can't remember the name of the show or the name of the agency or the network that it was on, but this was me.
Is it possible Kate Sunny? Some performers are known for their unique facial features. Jagger has his lips, Sinatra his blue eyes, and Charlie Schmidt his nose. What? Like, come on, you don't know who Charlie Schmidt is? Well, here he is with our number 2 song on the countdown. Oh, when they sing, oh, when they sing, slow marching. Our number 1 song is performed by a virtuoso violinist who's been heavily influenced.
So how'd you like that? It's something, Bro, Lillian Acosta says, bro, what? Have I ever had a dog, said Jamie Taylor. Yes, only when I was a young kid. I had one dog named Blackie. He was black. I think it was a he, but I'm not sure. It was black. That doggy was black. And I was little, and that's the only one we ever had. I think my parents didn't really dig animals in the house or on the countertops and all of that. And so then they weren't nuts about that. I did have goldfish, and then I got a cat, an orange cat that wore a blue cape. Swear to God. I have pictures of me and the cat, and I'm still currently looking for the cape. I think I still have it. If I do, man, I'm going to get it on this live stream real fast. Probably have an emergency live stream that minute, and then a follow up one at our regular time, which is you join us Pacific time, 10 a.m. weekdays. That's Monday through Friday. The whole universe can do this. I only had that black dog for about a year. How many years now? Well, all together or doing one thing or another? Yeah, Jamie, I understand. I understand. Dude, you just take it easy. We're all with you on that. That grief is grief, and grief for animals can really be severe because you have a different level of communication with them than you do with people. It's nonverbal, and that's pretty sincere stuff. What happened to Piano Cat? Well, I think he's sleeping right up there. You can see him. No, wait. Right there. See his body sticking up over the top of the desk thing. See, there's the desk. No, it's not Fatso's cape, and it wasn't. Fatso then turned out to be a same color cat years later, and I had her, seriously, her wearing a blue, super small newborn actual size t-shirt from J.C. Penney that I had just laying around. No kids, but we had a little blue shirt. And how many years, Jim? How many years do you have? As many as I want. Infinity, in the same that you have. You have them forever. So, all these moments now that you're stocking up, this is your chance to get the rubber on the road. And then all these things are going to add up as little vignettes that then when you pass on to the next dimension, you're bouncing around from one of those to another. So forever. So I would recommend you make as many of them good and, worth a few minutes, and let's go. Hey, I had an idea. You've heard was Blackie nice? Yes. Yes, Blackie was very nice. Sort of shaggy, long hair, smaller dog, not tiny though, medium small, and ears hanging down. Yeah, we got forever, so make them as good as they can be, and then make everyone a meme. And yesterday I had the idea of live like you meme it. Not mean it, but meme it. Live like you meme it. It's a good thing. I think I'd better make a t-shirt that says that. Live like t-shirt. See, I'm writing it down. Live like T. And that's what I'm doing on today's Tuesday. I got to find out about a flu shot. Have I had one? I got to call the glasses lady and tell her my glasses are doing really good. And then SRC is the newspaper where I have to submit an ad for an upcoming art show that I'm putting together for friends and colleagues. And so there you've seen the video. And love the nose, says Jim. Now, Jim, make sure you sub and notify. Make sure, because we want you back. We want everybody back. I have the same keyboard. Dude, you mean this one? Or I have a bunch of those keyboards around. In fact, we're going to put one we're going to go wake that cat up in a minute. He's got sun. He's just sleeping, laying on his back, deep breathing and listening to the show, in his background, in his subconscious. Okay, Jim Taylor, get some food. And already did, so that means tagged up. Yes. Yes, way to go. And at some time, we're going to take a little tour here of just a quick one, and I think it'll be fun, of merch. Merch you can buy, Keyboard Cat and other of my sort of design merch that you can buy or at least look at. And you won't have to have a bunch of URLs or anything. You can just get on this live stream and I'll take you around. We'll go on a little shopping spree right before Christmas. You know what I'm saying? All right. There he is. See him up there? Kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, look, he rousted. Kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. We're grabbing a little of his gravy. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Yeah, that's your little toy. But you'll really like this. Look, this is something you can get your teeth into. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Sitting in the sun. And this is what you can do today, too. Sit so part of you, at least, in him, it's his back end, is in the sun. Sit on a warm spot that the sun warmed up if you can. Find something dark. And then just sit there and think about nothing but getting a lick of something you're eating there that's just small and delicious and worthy, and enjoy that moment. And then when that comes around later on, you can just sit there and have a snack and enjoy a little sunshine because you already put it into your Keyboard Cat Vibe memory bank. Right? Yes, I did write your name yesterday, but I'm not sure I remember. It was good. Yesterday was a good painting session. There were only a few names on the painting, but it's meaningful and it all looks good. And having you guys indelibly built into this whole vibe is great. And you can look at bidding or getting those paintings for a very good price at the eBay link in the description of this here video right now. There's an eBay link and you can see the paintings and drawings. There's not very many, and it's because I've been doing one every day. Y'all know that. We're gonna do one today, and today's will have a can of soup in it. And I need to just get better at taking pictures of those pieces and getting them up on eBay so you can bid on them or just look at them, right? There he goes. Oh, he's such a good boy. Now he's settling in. Oh, yeah, he's paw drifting. What a good boy he's been. Now he's taking his daily little morning bath. It's just a sitz bath or a lay bath in this case, because he's just laying there. And okay, let's look around a little more tour, and then the studio. Here's some things on the wall. Here we are on the set of a TV show I was on in Japan. That's me there wearing a Jim Hockenhull design t-shirt. And there's a picture of on that set, a little wider shot. And here's another one. That was all fun. And here is one of my favorite cartoons. Look at the book he's reading. How to Get Up and Get Dressed. Sun's already coming in, poor guy. All right, let's go upstairs. It's warm as toast in here. Free jazz music. You hear that? Here's the outside motor running. Yes, there's some sun peeking through. This is the north side of the house, so it's a little shadier. Some sun out there. That's the east. There was yesterday. That's the painting we did yesterday. We'll pan it. And what we're doing today is, oh, look at that sunspot on the studio wall. It'll move across that wall. It's a good thing. There's sort of a random montage of recent images. How are you going to lose with that? Keyboard cat, the Mona, the lovely Mona, and Coca-Cola logo, which is making me think about today, because you can't lose if you start with good logos. And what we have on the wall here, what did I do? But there's, right, the space, the wall, and on there already is I made a print of a Photoshop thing that I made of a can of Keyboard Cat tomato soup. So, it's got a little of everything in it, including some soup, which is good food. When asked about tomato soup, Warhol said, "Yeah, I drink it." So, and you see that penciled on there lightly is kind of a bigger and a little sloppy Coca-Cola logo. Okay, so we'll turn around here for a second. I'm going to put a dot at the end of the line of artwork there. That's great. And that's just going to be fun. Okay. Free music today from Cafe Music Unwind Station at Jazzy Mix on YouTube. This music is not just free, it's good. So what do I do? I guess start painting in the Coca-Cola logo a little bit. But that seems awfully conventional, doesn't it? I think let me change my whole deal here and turn on got the fan on because I'm going to spray a little. I'm doing this to be different. I'm going to put play. I put play above or below the can. Kind of saw it down here first. We add the word to play. Okay. I think we'll run some dark. I cut the tube with the scissors because it's so schnitzeled. But I'll get something out of it. Here we go. Then I'm going to go around this can and then around this logo on the top. I don't know if it makes sense, but kind of hope it does. So if I were to go right? Anybody? I'm liking it even just as it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. And then maybe redden up. Into I'm going to turn off that fan. It is driving me nuts. Well, I can honestly say I'm starting to really like it. Put a little bit of that right here. Look at those little dots out there. It's looking good to me. Thank you for your nice comments. Really, I mean, painting is at the root of it all, I think, for me, in a lot of ways. Let me stand back. I think I'm going to paint a little more. What would I do? I think we're going to call that a day. Now, while I'm rinsing my brush, give us a last minute like here if any of you haven't done that. That's going good. Look at that. Thank you, Jamie. It's still on.